Tonight I'm going to be tying a spent caddis. The hook is an RX, I'll show you. An RX dry sedge barbless. And the thread we'll be using is the Uni 8-yarn camel. Start at the eye, take the thread, right the way back around the bend. I'll just cut away the excess. There's a little stamp there, don't worry about that. Cover that in a minute. Keep coming around the bend because it's a long body. That'll do. Now, golden olive Polish quill. Brilliant things these. They're quite short, but they're brilliant. Pick the side you want. You don't need to tie these. Usually with a quill I'd go the full length of the body, but these are short, and I'll build up a body of thread with this now, so the lump will disappear. Back down again to just on the bend, back up. Back down again, not as far. That'll do. And back up. So there. Now wind up the quill, just about touching turns. If you want a different coloured body or a bit more contrast, you can wind it up in open turns to get some of the thread colour through, but these Polish quills are beautifully marked, so you don't really need to, or I don't do open turns usually. Keep the finger on top because these are short and you don't want to unwind at this point. Gotcha. It doesn't matter if the quill goes around here, just as long as you've locked it in. There's deer hair and dubbing going all over this. If it doesn't break away, just cut it away. It's all the same. Right, resin. Some UV resin on this body now. Far too much on there. Make sure it's nice and even. You need to protect that quill. Don't keep it still, whatever you do when you're trying to find your torch, as I am. Keep it moving, otherwise it'll settle and go into one place. Same as you're curing it as well. When you're happy it's cured, away with the torch. Right, now we've bit of wax if I can find it. Waxed thread. I've got a little strip of dark brown clove cell foam I'm going to tie in now. I've cut a little V in it and a taper so it doesn't create too much bulk when I'm tying it in. And the wax is for the grip on this, otherwise it'll slip down as you're tying it. Have a check of where you want to go to, and you can clamp down on that. Just check it. That's alright. Now the vicuna dubbing. This is the honey. Just a small pinch. Just wind that on. Right, I've pre-stacked 3 bunches of deer hair. So we'll put the first one in. Just to save time. Oh, I should wax the thread. Right, the length just towards the back of the, just before the bend of the hook, back of the bend. Pinch and loop. And then again, making sure that the hair is sitting on the top, which it is. And a turn underneath. What I do is come in with a blade. I like to keep these ends nice and long so you can see where they are. You can pull them all forward without catching any of the wing there. Right. Now for the blade. I do like using a blade. You can get really close, but there's always the danger of cutting the thread. So a good pair of scissors will do. Should have put a new blade in this before doing this with me. This is going to kill me after using this deer hair. Gets it everywhere. Right, touch of dubbing again. Same again, the honey vicuna. Just a touch, take some of this away. So keep it nice and loose. You want it showing. Right, second bunch of deer hair now. Again stacked. Tie this in just a little bit shorter. Each bunch gets shorter as you go along. A few turns, make sure it's on the top. A few underneath. Again with the blade. It's a little bit better that time. More dubbing. Just a tiny pinch. too much. Check that. Last bunch of deer hair. Bit more wax. Again, nice and short. Nice and tight, make sure we're on the top again. Underneath. Just flatten them down, and what we can do now is add a couple of bronze mallard fibres for horns. Just take them off the stem, so they're lined up. So probably 1.5 times the body length. Catch them in. I'll get scissors on these now. Now, oh, got a stray. Get a needle or something. Come into the middle of the wing and just separate it evenly if you can, and then when you've got that line, bring the deer hair through nice and even, or bring the foam through the deer hair nice and evenly rather. Need a few more on that side. When you're happy with how the wing looks, nice and even, you can lock that in nice and tight. Underneath, use the blade again. The sharp one is much better. Now, again, a touch of honey dubbing. Just a tiny bit. Just to tidy up the head. Draw it all back. Some varnish on the thread. And we need a tiny bit. Whip finish. Four turns. And trim off. And there we have it. Spent deer hair and quill caddis. Hope you enjoyed that.